Hello and welcome back to FISE in Montpellier. For the 19th time we are here in this beautiful city in southern France for the Festival International des Sports Extrêmes, the International Extreme Sport Festival of Montpellier in southern France. My name is Miguel Martinez and I'm with, straight out of Brooklyn, Daryl Now.
Hey world, how you doing? We're here at one of the best BMX events, and I should say BMX parties in the world. Miguel Martinez, it's an absolute pleasure to be here with you and also with 500,000 action sports fans. It is an unbelievable experience. It's my first time here at FISE, and to see the energy that I've heard about for the 18 years prior is unbelievable. The energy here is explosive, and especially for our next event that's coming up for our BMX Spine Final.
Exactly, it's going to be a massive explosion of BMX, and we have Dominique Granger, the on-field reporter. She's at the mini ramp right now with some of the judges. We're gonna have her on screen in some seconds, and she's gonna tell us how is it running for this BMX final, which we had to reschedule. It rained yesterday. Sometimes it happens in southern France.
Hey guys, Dom Granger here on the spine ramp. We have a lot of people behind us, we have a lot of people in front of us, and mostly we have a lot of amazing riders on the ramp. And I'm here with head judge Bart de Jong. Bart, how are you going to do to decide who's going to win? What are you looking for the riders?
Each rider has 2 runs, so we're looking for one solid run, and then in the next run they'll have to show like extra tricks that they haven't done in the first run, just to add to it. And then after that they're going to do one trick, a best trick. They have 2 or 3 attempts, 3 attempts I think, and then that counts separately. But we're looking for like height, the new tricks, you know, flow, just originality, the use of the ramp, because it has like different sub boxes, like a roller or a spine, you know, so there's plenty of stuff to do, but they have to really go for it.
All right, well, we are ready to watch the show. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Yes, thank you very much, Bart de Jong and Dominique Granger, our on-field reporter at FISE since 3 years in this live stream with myself, Miguel, and Daryl. And we're going to talk about the qualification we had 2 days ago. Daryl, how did it go?
The qualification's amazing. We had 55 of the world's best riders out here. The cool thing about FISE, it's a party for everyone, so we actually had open qualifiers. Whoever wanted to come out and check out the course, they could, but we cut that pack down from 55 riders to 15 that are going to be in the finals that we're going to see in just a few moments.
Exactly. So we're going to show you some pictures of those qualifications. They will tell us right now. We have 3 minutes with some of the best tricks we saw 2 days ago at the qualification. We don't? Okay. This is FISE. It's always a bit sketchy, but we love it. It's a big party for BMX. We start with Facebook right here. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, everything you want to say, you post it at FISE World. Hashtag FISE World, at FISE World. You can put all your news. If you are on site, you can go to FISE Honor. So you're going to be on the big screen with all your pictures. If you post it to Instagram on FISE Honor. Honor is our mobile phone sponsor, FISE-HONOR. If you want to see Mark Webb for president, go for Mark Webb for president. There's big shit coming with it. Here we got the best pictures of the qualifications 2 days ago.
So right now we're taking a look under the hood. As mentioned, we had 55 riders, wound up cutting the pack down to 15. And this ramp is super unique that we actually had our head judge, Bart de Jong, talking about, where it's a little bit different this year, where we actually have a roller feature to the side of the spine. And Miguel, there's also on the vert wall, we actually have a sub box set up where a rider could transfer from the vert wall out, and then on the other wall you could see right there we have the 2 tombstone features. So those are aspects that you know the judges are going to want to see, and we actually right there Nick Bruce utilizing that extension for extra speed, and one of the greatest tricks, going for a fast plant front flip right over the spine and getting embraced by AJ Anaya. Always a crowd favorite here at FISE. So the riding was unreal, and we actually saw the qualifying, so it was a similar format where the riders had 2 runs out there. Best of both runs added up counts. and you're taking a look at just some of the highlights. You got that 540 bar spin, 360 tail whip, catching that to a full bar spin. There's another look at AJ Anaya with an alley-oop no-hander. There's a look at JB Petavit. 720 over the spine by Mike Varga. Big flare out of AJ Anaya. Beautiful downside tail whip to bar spin. I believe that might have been Daniel Sandoval. See Pat Casey right there with the nice dipped out 360, and there is one of the crowd favorites, always Mark Webb. You mentioned
one of?
I'm going to say the crowd favorite. I mean, watching when Mark Webb would drop into the ramp during qualifying, the place went absolutely insane, cheering on. There you go, a front flip over the roller. But as you were mentioning, Miguel, there's that hashtag going around, Mark Webb for president. So if you want to show some support, you could definitely throw down that hashtag, or just follow Mark Webb. Let him know what you think of him at The Webby Show on Instagram.
Exactly. And just for you to understand how the people love Mark Webb at FISE Montpellier, I stop speaking now because it's a nice bumper. It's beautiful. So just to let you know how the people loves Mark Webb, 2 days ago at the qualification, they stole his shoes. And yesterday they brought them back because they heard the shoes of Mark Webb. I cannot take it. I have to give them back. So we have the starters. We're going to start with Joël Bondu. Then we're going to have Dan Cuson Airlines flying out of the ramp. We're going to have the Russian guy, Konstantin Andreev, Brock Horneman, Kenneth Tensio from Costa Rica, Jack Clark. Blah, 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 blah. Who do we got after Jack Clark? We have Nick Bruce, Kevin Peraza, Mike Varga, Daniel Durs, Pat Casey, Daniel Sandoval, Logan Martin, Mark Webb, and Alex Colborn, who qualified first.
So again, we're taking a look at our 15 riders. And if you're just joining us, this is the 2015 BMX Spine Final. Taking a look right there at Daniel Dares. Actually got second place last year, so Daniel's always a top contender on the podium. There is a look at Pat Casey.
Then we have Daniel Sandoval, who's doing a comeback at FISE. I think he wasn't here the last 2 years, but he missed us and then came back for this 19th edition. So this is a presentation in front of the whole crowd. The 15 riders we got for this final getting introduced to the French audience of Montpellier in southern sunny France.
And that is the crowd going crazy for Mark Webb, always the favorite out here. But then our returning champion and our top qualifier who came out swinging yesterday, the day before, with tremendous riding, Mr. Alex Colborn.
And the building behind us, behind the ramp, the building, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know what FISE is about. This is the Hotel de Ville. It's how you call it, where the mayor is ruling. How you call it in English? Where the mayor is ruling. It's
where the business takes place. Let's just say that, right? The center of anything.
And the whole area of FISE is 1 mile, 1.5 kilometers of extreme sport. We start with in the north part with wakeboard. Then we have the rollerblade slopestyle. We have the BMX park. We have the skateboard park. We have the flatland area. We have the big mountain bike park. And then we finish in the front of the new Parliament of Montpellier, which is a l'Hôtel de Ville. And this is a perfect stadium for this event with thousands of people right now.
Yeah, Miguel, just to paint a little bit of a picture, again, this is my first time here from New York City at FISE to see this experience firsthand. I've been to a lot of BMX contests around the world, but when I heard about the crowds, the sheer volume of people throughout the years, and especially from Catfish, who was always doing our live announcing here, how many people come out and how embraced by the city of Montpellier is actually taking place and integrating within action sports, it's unbelievable. The moment I got out of the plane and I came into this city hall and I saw the sheer volume and the support, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. And look at the sheer volume of people out here. You know the crowd goes nuts. We saw that in qualifying, and the finals are no different.
3 days ago, the contest was opened by the mayor of Montpellier. He came to the street park on a BMX bike. He rode up a ramp. This is the first rider, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's a practice. He came on a bike to open the contest. So the mayor of Montpellier, which is one of the 10 biggest cities in France, he was riding a BMX bike at the opening of FISE, which is
that's so
explains
cool.
how crazy this event is, how crazy the city goes for extreme sports.
It is so cool. And not to mention as well, the thing that's so special about FISE, the fact that the city is so supportive of this event. And that just goes even beyond with the actual site where the event takes place. I mean, you go anywhere in the downtown city, people welcome you with open arms. You see people street riding everywhere. You see just the integration, and you see a lot of really businesses having parties, and this is one of the bigger events of the year here.
There's also at this well-known American fast food chain, which we also have in France, there's a FISE Mac menu. That's amazing. And it's not only the city, it's also the metropolitan area and the region of Languedoc-Roussillon, which are supporting. We are three of the main sponsors of the event. We have a lot of public money, and it pays out because you have 500 people coming and spending money in the city of Montpellier every year, sleeping in hotels and eating in restaurants. It pays out for this city to invest in this biggest event in the world for extreme sport, and this should be the first rider, ladies and gentlemen.
Joel Bondu drop it in. You saw Catfish, our live event MC, sparking things off. Downside 360 tail whip to bar spin. Joel coming out swinging right here. Very smooth tail whip into a bar spin. Yes, 360, throwing the bars around into a flare bar spin. Miguel, this is a very solid run so far, and doing a huge flare tail whip. Joel is very consistent out here.
Qualified 15 years, 2 days ago. He was lucky out of 55 riders, the last to come into the cut for this qualifying party under the sun of Montpellier. Here we see Catfish pushing the crowd. They're gonna get crazy. You've never seen a final of FISE, Daryl. They're gonna get crazy when it comes to the last 5 riders.
Very good run right there for Joel. Consistent beginning to end. You saw he really didn't waste any walls. He even threw in a couple little downside tail whips, a bar spin to foot jam when he was kind of winding down energy-wise, but came out of the gate exploding. So great run for Joel. And again, he's going to have one more run out here. Both runs count, and the judges are going to be looking at the entire time on the course.
It's a heat of 3 riders, isn't it?
It's a heat of 5. So we've got our 15 riders broken down, 5 different riders.
Here we go again with Dean Cusing in the ramp right now. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, Dean starting things out fast and blasting high. Look at the height right there.
We call him Dean Cusing Airlines in here.
Fly in the friendly skies. Dean has such great style. Not only can he blast quarter pipes really high, but he's got the ability to do such unique variations of standard tricks. And when I say that, if you check out even on his Instagram, he's got a bar spin to dipped one-hander that's... Whoa. Talk about dipping. He actually hung up on that spine a little bit right there, but able to keep rubber side down and keep it rolling. Bar spin to foot jam.
Whoa. Listen to the supportive crowd clapping, cheering for Dean right now. Dean, and it's only the beginning of this final.
Dean doing it for Haro. Unfortunately having a couple of boggles right there, but riding the ramp unlike anybody that we've seen in qualifying and bringing that same style to the finals. You mentioned the airlines blasting really high, hitting probably that 10-foot mark out of one of the walls, which is really impressive to see.
No rider's got the airtime than Dean has right now in the ramp. That's what allows him to make maybe a bit more tricks, a bit more spins in the air for Dean. Next rider to come, it's gonna be the Russian rider, Konstantin Andreev. Russia in the building.
Yeah, nice combination on the spine, straight into a flare tail whip. So that's a backflip 180, kicking that bike around. Whoa, nice. 540 with the bar spin, sticking that foot jam, very technical. Look at the height, spoke too soon.
Did he hurt himself? I hope no.
I hope not as well.
He's still going. Back on track.
I think the adrenaline of the crowd will keep him pumped.
He's Russian.
Up.
He can take it. Come on.
Ooh, ice pick to tail whip. That was a very uncommon combination right there.
Here we got it. Next rider in this first heat is gonna be, who's it? Brock Ornament. Sadly, we have no French rider coming into top 15. A shame. A lot of US riders. Great Britain, Canada, Venezuela, for sure. Costa Rica, Australia, for sure. Here we go. Oh, it's a hit of 3, so it's gonna be Joël Bondu again.
All right, so we're going back to the top right there.
With this amazing double whip bus.
Whoa, are you kidding?
And double whip again.
Turning it up right there, 360 double whip to bar spin. Oof. Unreal combination to throw over that spine. I mean, it's a coping spine. You're only moving an inch or two forward. It throws a bar spin out of a foot jam. Joel is on fire right now. Listen to the crowd. What? Double bar spin 540 foot jam. Are you kidding? 2 big runs right there. Joel turning it up in the finals.
And
wow.
Joel doing what the judges want to see: 2 different runs, 2 different tricks, 2 different uses of the ramp. There's
Absolutely.
a lot of things to do in it.
Now, Miguel, you know as well, sometimes there's some strategy where a rider wants to get that first run out of the way, maybe do some tricks, and then in their second run...
Go crazy?
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Throw a few more toppings on that Sunday, and we saw Joel do that by turning it up, throwing that bar spin after the double tail whip, and then throwing the bars twice, going in. Unbelievable run out of Joel.
Talking about unbelievable. Dean.
Yeah, Dean's got that ability to just blast out of the quarter pipes. Look at the height on the spine. What? Bam, double tabletop. Safe to say we have not seen anybody ride the ramp like this in qualifying.
Never.
And right now in finals, Dean just making it look so easy and beautiful out there.
No one flies at FISE like Dean Cusan on the mini ramp.
So now Dean looking to go tech.
Bad luck again. Come on, Dean. Okay, that's it. He still got the best trick.
So Dean right there having a little bit of problems. Looked like he was going for a unique variation of a bar spin to foot jam. I was talking about that earlier, where Dean actually throws super unique bar spins, sometimes to lazy toboggans or different variations, and it looked like he was going to do that, maybe keep his arm off and land in a foot jam, which, you know, increased points for originality. But we're going to take a look at that height out of Dean. Tabletop, bam, double time right there. Almost looking like Brian Foster in Dirty Deeds at Sheep Hills way back when, snapping a double tabletop. But this is a quarter pipe version at the finals. Montpellier, Dean with huge blast. Good showing right there.
We still have one rider for this first heat. It's going to be Konstantin Andreev, the Russian rider, ready to start right now. Getting some cheers, and here we go, Konstantin.
Yeah, starting things out, 360 bar spin to beautiful tuck no-hander. There you go.
Oh, again. That hurt this time. Okay. That happens. I got the name of the building in English. It's a City Hall. That's the City Hall of Montpellier. They invited us to come in the front of the new City Hall built by Mr. Jean Nouvel, which is an architectural star worldwide, a French architect. And we are in front of the City Hall with this beautiful area for this mini ramp contest, which was used by scooters, rollerbladers, skateboarders, and BMXs right now.
Back on his feet. Always nice to see a rider getting up. Again, tough as nails. A lot of times you just got to catch your breath, especially when you come down like that on your tailbone or even your lower back. Sometimes you knock the wind out of yourself. But you were mentioning City Hall. I got to tell you, anywhere in New York, if you go anywhere near City Hall with your bike or skateboard, you get beyond shot. You get arrested. You get thrown.
I live in Germany. It's the same.
You get thrown into central booking in the Tombs. It's not a place you want to go. So we try to avoid it. Maybe before 9/11, you could ride street in front of City Hall, but you're nowhere near it now with your BMX bike. So we're going to take a look right here. There's a flare bar spin. And we're taking a look at Dean, suicide no-hander. Love the way that he just kicks the bike out like that.
The best images of the first heat with Joël Mondu, Dean Cusen, and Konstantin Andreev.
Such a beautiful style right there. Bar spin, 540 foot jam. Oh, double tail whip into a bar spin. And there is a 360 version. So much going on right there. Talk about a lot going on. Bar spin, a foot jam, 2 hops, back in, and Dean, tabletop. Actually saw 2 flashes go off. Picture perfect, double time. And I got to say that, so far, my personal favorite's that big air double table out of Dean.
Dean Cusen is his personal favorite.
Bringing that style,
we love him.
Style for miles right there, blasting. But big ups for Joel, like too. 360 double tail with the bar spin over coping spine. Come on.
It's like 6-7 meters over the floor. He's flying so high. No one can do it like Dean Cusen. That's amazing. So this is the best trick right now, ladies and gentlemen.
So as our head judge, Bart DeJong, told us that you're going to have 3 swings out here trying to go for best trick. You see Catfish hyping the crowd up. We always see a lot of first out at FISE as well. Last year, we actually had Mike Varga going for a 1260.
We had in qualification 1, we had this foot plant front flip over the spine.
Ooh.
It's been done before in the box, but never on a spine ramp, as far as I know. So, and we are going to see some things today on this final and best trick contest here with the best BMX riders in the world at the 19th Montpellier FISE.
Tell me he's going for a triple bar spin to foot jam, 540. So again, we heard from Bart that you're getting 3 swings, but a lot of times here at FISE, the energy goes up and it's all about the riders. That's the greatest part of FISE. This entire contest revolves around the riders. From not only the courses, the way they're designed, not only to how the parties are set up, but also making sure the conditions, and if that energy's there, you go for it.
I don't know how's it gonna be. It's 1:30 right now, the contest. If it's a night contest, we can go till 1 o'clock in the morning. Right now, I don't know how they're gonna do that, but normally that's the way we do it at FISE. We don't do it only for the TV.
Here we go.
Boom!
Yes! Turning it up right there. You hear the crowd going nuts.
First hammer of the day.
1, 2, 3, sticking it clean right there. Joel, hot hands, Bonadou.
Well, what we were saying, like we do it for the riders here, and if they really want to pull it out, and they know they can pull it out, we can feel it. The crowd wants to see that, so we're gonna give them as much tries as they can take.
I mean, that's the amazing thing, too. The energy right there is really what pushes the sport of BMX. A lot of times riders have something they've wanted to do or wanted to try, but this is a worldwide platform. This is a party. This is the main stage.
This is the BMX showroom.
You always see the level of riding get pushed to such a degree. So right there we had Joel Bondu throw down the first best trick, but again, we've got 14 other riders who are going to take their swing to see what type of a masterpiece they're going to work on this ramp.
Next one to come.
So it looks like maybe Dean, we might be passing Dean for a moment.
He flied out.
First class all the way. Friendly skies.
Here we go. Kostya Andreev.
The Russian coming in. Ooh. Looked like maybe a double tail whip to foot jam, possibly.
Yes.
So we're seeing our first
ice pick.
I don't know. I think he was trying to go. We're going to see, but maybe foot jam, putting that wheel right in the tire. So we're seeing 2 lip tricks right now out of our first 2 riders. The lip is that area by the coping on the ramp, right on the deck. Tail whip, tail whip. Oh.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's 2 o'clock. It's going to be 2 o'clock in southern France, so the sun is really hot. Normally, you don't see the people under the sun. They are under trees, they are at home, they are eating, and it's thousands of people at this area right now to see this. Yeah, it's a foot jam.
Regardless, that was still a cool variation right there. It's almost like a double It's like a foot jam, but then a double fast plant back in the ramp. That was a cool style, but I know that's definitely what he wasn't going for.
Taking some advices from Catfish, since it's almost a flatland trick, what is he doing?
All right, the Russian going a little faster this time. Oh! You see the commitment as well, landing where his weight is so far over the ramp, and then just has to get that hop to the pedals. But you actually see him holding his back, because remember, in his second run, he did have that crash on the spine, so that might be playing an important factor right now as far as a little bit of pain back there.
And you told us it's 3 tricks, but the body language says he wants 1 more trick, and Bart de Jong, the head judge, say 3 tricks, but he's gonna have the 4th trick. That's how we do it in here. We want the riders to express themselves, to land the tricks they wanna do. We wanna see this big party here. Come on, Kostya Andreev, here we go.
Coming back in.
He's got it. Come on.
You see that
He's so
commitment.
close.
The fact that he keeps falling back into the ramp regardless, so committed right there.
He's got it. Okay, the next hit is coming up, but Kostya is also coming up again. Steng, so it's gonna be 5th chance. This contest is gonna take hours.
Well,
I'm sorry for the rollerblade slopestyle qualification, but I'm not sure we're gonna be there on start.
But for all the BMX riders around the world, definitely not sorry. The fact that we have 15 of the world's best that qualified here for our Spine finals.
Here we go.
It's coming back in.
No. Yes?
Here we go. Come on. Doing it for Russia.
That's it.
Big props going for it right there. So much pressure too, you know, not only when you ride by yourself or you're filming something, you can take as many times as you want, but when you're on that main stage with thousands and thousands of BMX fans out here, definitely could put a little bit of pressure on. But again, who knows how much of a factor of that back injury was really bothering him, which definitely could be a very important role.
So we have the results right now after this first heat, ladies and gentlemen. We have a Canadian leader. It's going to be Joël Bondu, followed by Dean Cusen and Konstantin Andreev. It's not the best trick, it's only the results of the contest runs.
And look at that right there, almost breaking into the 90s. Very impressive run. I believe it was an 89.66. Which is very, very impressive, especially considering that Alex Colborn, who qualified first, was our only rider who broke into the 90s in qualification. So Joel really coming out with a very impressive score, and with good reason. I mean, that 360 double tail whip to bar spin, unreal right there. Also throwing the hot hands into the foot jam and out. Really impressive riding for Joel, stepping things up.
He finished both runs, I think. No bails and 2 different runs. So that was exactly what the riders wanted to say. Next heat, we're gonna have Brock Horneman, Kenneth Tencio, and Jack Clark.
We got 3 unique riders and riding styles coming up. But if you're just joining us from around the world, this is the 2015 BMX Spine Finals here at FISE, where we're actually seeing 15 of the world's best. They're gonna have an opportunity to take 2 runs. Both runs are going to count, and then they're going to get an opportunity for their best trick, which is going to be scored differently than their runs. And the best trick's a separate contest that's going on. But of the 15 riders, we're breaking them down into 5 heats of 3 riders apiece. So Miguel, it doesn't matter if you're in the first heat or the last heat, you're being judged against all other riders out there. The judges have their scores and they're going to work through. And again, if you're first or last, but the way that we have them seated is in reversed order of their qualifying. So hence Alex Colborn qualified first, so he's going to be going last.
Yeah. Here we go. From Australia, Brock Horneman with the first final run.
Brock coming out big right there. Flare bar spin to tuck no-hander. Look at the 360 over that spine with the bar spin. Every wall just action-packed. Nice. Fancy footwork right there. Came from no momentum, did a scuff on the front.
Flare whip.
Ooh. Popping huge right there. A rider's got the ability to air and flare both ways. Big run right there out of Brock. So again, just to note, this ramp is definitely a little different than last year. Again, we have that roller feature. We also have the 2 extensions known as tombstones that are a little bit higher, and we have that vert wall with the quarter pipe making for a sub box, and the judges definitely want to see the riders incorporate that within their runs. So it's going to be very interesting how much that actually plays a factor, because you know our judges are looking for flow, originality, height, style, and definitely difficulty of tricks.
Ken Tencio is next, ladies and gentlemen, a rider we discovered at FISE. We did a FISE event in Costa Rica 4 or 5 years ago. Pura vida to everybody watching us from Costa Rica. We did a FISE there, and a couple of months later, Kenneth came to Montpellier for his first FISE with amazing drop-ins.
Yeah, talk about a drop-in backflip bomb drop off the sub box. That's what we're talking about by using a unique approach to the course. One of the only riders we've seen actually utilize the sub so far. Yes, big Superman C grab right into a downside tail whip. Kenneth is on fire right now. He's been having, washing out a little bit on that backflip 180 tail whip. Not able to get it fully around, but Kenneth has been having a tremendous couple years, has been touring around the world, really making a big name for himself.
He's going to be flare dropping almost everything he saw the last years.
Going for that truck driver. You saw the front end get away from him. Usually a rider will wind up pinching the seat either with their knees or with their calves to keep that front end of the bike stable. You saw he rotated around. When he threw the bars, the front end just totally dropped out and dipped. Thankfully, he was able to get away. And when a rider does fall, you want to fall into that transition so you're able to just slide down and wash away as opposed to landing on the flat bottom. So thankfully, Kenneth's all right. He's going to have one more chance.
Here we go, party time, ladies and gentlemen.
Party time indeed. Coming on in, this is Jack Clark from UK. All eyes on those hands. That's what we're talking about, hot hands. Bar spin 3 times over that spine in a 360. Jack has the ability to throw the bars both directions so many times. Downside tail whip. Yep, you see Catfish actually highlighting the same thing we were just talking about.
Using the whole ramp.
Yeah.
What a style, and what amazing handwork.
Oh, nice, right there. 180 double bar spin, landing fakie. Yes! Hitting that Smith dark side style with the bar spin and going for a 540 nose press.
Some breakdancing.
Yes,
on the table.
Jack. Great run out of Jack.
No one is as fast as he is with the hands. He can do so much spins and X-ups. That's amazing. So Jack Clark with the last trick. Big. Still wants one? No, that's it. Okay.
I think he's just getting in position for his next run. So
yeah.
Big run right there.
So we had the three riders of this heat, one run, everyone. It was Brock Horneman, Kenneth Tencio, and Jack Clark. And we're gonna go back to Brock. Second run.
Brock.
Huge 360.
Doing it big and doing it for Vocal BMX. Also Canvas exclusives. Going down. Still has time though if he wants to get back on the horse.
He's got.
There you go, getting back on it.
Ooh. I love this one.
Very cool. This time turned it up with that bar spin into the Vader foot jam nose manual. Quick double tire ride. Brock trying to find his zone. Big height right there. Yeah, this time with a bar spin. Kicking a foot jam tail whip. And look again, that commitment just so hanging out over the coping. So having a couple of problems right there, but getting back on it. The Vocal BMX rider.
What's this?
Bringing it back. And look at the crowd just growing by the minute out there.
Normally we have a night contest, a night show. and it was raining yesterday, so we have to reschedule to today. And I really like this day side because it looks so big, so full crowded. That's amazing. Here we go back to Pura Vida, Costa Rica with Kenneth Tencio, ladies and gentlemen.
Kenneth doing it for Red Bull, Fox Superstar, and Osiris Shoes. Bar spin up.
Flare.
Yeah! Big backflip drop in. Shout out to Dave Mira, first rider to ever do that off a sub box many, many years ago at the X Games. Going down.
You saw his dropping last year on the street park, on a ramp?
Yeah, he's
amazing.
An absolute beast. Superman C-Crab. Nice 360 right there, spotting the landing. Ooh, there you go. Double this time. Letting him rip. Had trouble in his first run. Coming back. Really smooth. Opposite air. Kicking a downside tail whip.
Nice.
Quick little dark side toothpick bonk. Talking about toothpick. That's on that front peg going up. And there's dark side ice pick slide.
Left, right, left, right, left, right. Using the whole ramp.
Oh!
Fantastic.
Looked like maybe we might get a replay right there. Almost looked like he might have fast plant into that. A little hard to see from our house, but I don't know if that was a traditional flare whip or maybe it looked like he might have did a quick little foot plant. But again, we might have a look at that replay.
It was a solid second run from Kenneth Tencio. He had 2 falls in the first run. The second one was very good, and Jack Clark is ready to go.
That means all eyes are on that sub box. Jack coming in. Oh, big hype. One of the first guys we see using that tombstone as well.
Exactly.
Nice, doing it for Vocal and Vans. Over toothpick.
Come on, Jack. He is so fast. That's amazing.
Shout out to Sophie, Jack Clark's girl, who's definitely cheering him on right now. No-hander over the spine. Downside whip. Ooh, bar spin there, bar spin back, so smooth, landing fakie, over toothpick, getting technical. Jack Clark really utilizing different aspects. Bar spin, ice pick, foot jam. Yes. Sticking it clean right there on that sub.
What a run.
That is a huge sub box. Opposite air, downside tail whip.
Beautiful.
Jack is just going right now, Energizer Bunny style, pumping around.
No one has used the ram like he does. He used every single corner of this ram.
It was also one of the longer runs that we've seen out of any rider too. Yeah, big ups to Jack Clark.
This was a perfect line. He really enjoyed this new ram rebuild for this year's 19th Festival International des Sports Extrêmes. He used every single corner, also a vertical stall on the extension, everything. Amazing.
For all of our fans at home that want to give Jack Clark a shout out, you can follow him on Instagram at JClarkBMX and let him know what you thought of his last run. Hot hands, hot bar spins. I still can't get over that triple truck driver over the spine on his first run.
So we're gonna have showtime now. Now this is gonna be the best trick. First round to start is gonna be Brock Horneman from Brisbane, Australia.
Talk about hot hands. You see him warming up the grease in that headset right there. I could not even imagine what's going on. I think Catfish might be calling some tricks, but until we see it, Catfish is on the deck, so sometimes he gets a little bit of an insight from the riders before they drop.
He tells them what to do, come on. Nothing runs without Catfish here.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
You know, 4 years ago, we had this studio on the live stream. We tattooed Catfish live on studio. Matthias, which is sitting here doing the French stream, we tattooed on his elbow FISE.
Amazing.
A really bad tattoo, it's gone now. But Catfish is, look for his Instagram, he's got the most craziest tattoos in the world.
Surprised he didn't get another one that said FISH for fish. But right now, you see him pumping the crowd up right now. Looks like a flare triple bar spin is in the works. So so much commitment. I mean, to even do a flare double bar spin is insane. See, warming up with that bar spin. Here we go.
To even drop this ramp under the sun is insane, to tell you the truth.
I mean, Miguel, there is so much commitment going on. You're not only doing a backflip, you're not only doing 180, but you've got to get your weight back far enough so that when you throw the bars, you do not hit your knees. So we're taking another look. There's one, two, and then you need to get that third one while you're coming down. But what I was talking about, your knees have to be out of the way, but you have to prepare to land to take in that shock absorption. So your knees are going to tend to want to go back over the pedals. And if you just throw it that last time, it's easy to get tangled up. And when you're coming down, you got that handlebar sticking out. It's a very risky, difficult trick.
He got instructions from Catfish, so maybe it's going to work now. Okay, it's a break now. We will see if he's going to try it again, Brock Horneman. Now we're going to have Kenneth Tencio. What is he going to do? He's looking at the flats. He needs some space at the table. It's going to be a drop, but from the transition. We know Kenneth Tencio is able to drop in with the craziest moves. We've seen it in the park and in the mini ramp the last years. He's able to drop in everything, but
we also saw him flip drop in off the sub box. But this is an entire different game. This is an entire different game if coming from a quarter pipe.
We are about to see some magic here in Montpellier. Kenneth Tencio wants to set this up. Do you want some more magic?
Here we go. Look at the focus right now. So much of riding is taking the mental and making it physical.
what is he gonna do? Do you have a clue?
I never want to call a rider out on it. I never want to call a rider out because Kenneth also has such a big bag of tricks, but you can see he just figured it out in his head, and I think now he's like, you know what, I'm just going to send it.
And he's doing it from without the extension, without the sub box, so he's got way less time, way less air time to spin it, and it's a flat to fake it. It's a, how you call it?
Landing backwards, yeah, 180 backflip to flat right there. I mean, obviously he wants to grab the transition, but you've got to drop low in order to get that hang time.
Smiling.
And you actually see he got some props from Daniel Dares. He was just at Daniel Dares' Action Sports Training Facility in the Carolinas, where he might have been working on this trick, but he was definitely brushing up for FISE. So let's see, does he have what it takes?
Pura vida, Kenneth Tencio. Big up to all of our friends watching us from Costa Rica, watching us from all around the world on the stream, on Edge TV.
Here we go. So
you got
close. So close. So he wasn't able to get the rotation around completely. You saw, as opposed to landing in a complete 180, maybe around 140 degrees, and his feet wound up blowing off the pedals a little bit. But there's so much force coming down in that rotation. But he's in that zone. You see him getting psyched. You hear the crowd cheering him on.
He did a C with the hand, a C for Costa Rica, you mean? You think?
Could be C for crazy. Could be C for crazy too.
Ghetto sign, gang sign.
Here we go.
Vamos, Kenneth! You got it.
Does not get much closer than that. So again, the first backflip drop-in off a sub-box was done by Dave Mira, who did it at the X Games many years ago, and then we see other riders wind up bringing that in, and you actually have guys like Harry Main who will backflip in to a quarter pipe, but I've never seen the 180 coming in fakey like this before. Here we go. Listen to the crowd.
I love this. Kenneth!
So close, but again, you keep seeing not able to get that full rotation. So there's the top of the ramp. Every rider out there knows there's that piece of coping was actually getting some pointers right there. Again, I said from Daniel Dares. They were just riding together a week before in preparation for FISE.
It's easy. Come on, do it.
Yeah.
do it. Come on.
But famous words, that's what Ruben Alcantara always used to say. It's easy, you do. It's easy. You're like, yeah, right. We're not all Ruben. We're not all Daniel Dares. But let's see if Kenneth Tensio can make it happen. And listen to the crowd right now.
He's got it.
Oh, I know.
He's got the spin perfectly. Just need to clear the fakey landing.
Here we go. So that time he got the full rotation. You see he's putting his hand up saying he's got it. Give him another swing. He figured out the trick.
Yes, the French stream, yes. French stream asking us if Craig Mass did that first. I don't know.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, shout out to Craig Mast, actually living out in Long Island, Northport. Shout out to all the Northport riders as well. I remember Craig Mast did a flip off the side of a ramp with a 2x4, if I'm not mistaken, popping off flat bottom. But I don't know if I've seen this going into transition like this before.
I want to see this now. I want to see this now. Come on, everybody in front of your screen, please. Cheer for Kenneth Tensio, ladies and gentlemen, at the FISE Montpellier.
Oh!
This is it.
He was actually maybe going for a 360.
He says, uno más, uno más.
Whoa, yeah. we stand corrected. I think this is a 360 backflip drop-in.
You gonna go for the 360?
He almost did one right there. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
So he's getting in that zone.
So we are totally with Bad De Jong with it's only 3 tries for the best trick.
3 tries, yeah, but you know what? This crowd's not going to...
This is the second one, I think.
The crowd is not going to let him stop. Here we go. Come on, Kenneth.
Allez.
Yeah! So close right there.
In French, we say merde.
Wow. Kenneth going for it. For all of our BMX fans around the world, you guys can let us know and stand corrected if Craig Mast was the first rider to do that. Send direct. You can send me a tweet at Darryl, D-A-R-R-Y-L, now, N-A-U. That's at Darryl now on Twitter. I'll give you a shout out, and also let me know if Craig Mast, because I know he did a flip off the side of a ramp using a 2x4, but has anyone ever done a 180 flip into transition or a 360 backflip?
Okay. Back on track. Mr. Jack Clark, ladies and gentlemen, with the last trick.
So Jack
Clark. It's gonna
be
very fast. He's gonna be on the sub. Oh. What is he gonna do?
Jack Clark, you see hitting that front peg. Again, it's a Smith bonk when you hit the front peg. Coming in fakey, but he wants to turn it up a few notches. Oh!
Such a creative rider. No one does the tricks he does. That's amazing. I love him.
So much going on right there. So you see hitting that peg. One rider that definitely made that trick popular was Matt Berenger. He used to do it on top of a lot of vert walls or sub boxes. But you see Jack Clark then coming in fakey, throwing the bars around.
And then landing in a how you call it, in a small transition.
Yeah, coming in from the vert wall, pulling out, and then coming back in fakey.
Here we go.
Yes.
Yes. So creative.
Nicely done, Jack.
So smooth.
Jack losing a shoe right there. Jack actually doing it for Vans, supporting a lot of our BMX riders out there. Shout out to the bad boy Jerry Batters, who I know is watching the feed right now, cheering on his entire team of BMX.
Now we got Dominic.
So what is happening here is the perfect example of what the spirit of FISE is. We have people here as far as the eye can see on both sides of the ramp, and we have the riders trying amazing tricks. It's completely insane. They can try over and over and over. You won't see this in any other contest. This is why they come to FISE.
Yes, thank you very much. Dominic Granger on field report at FISE in 3 years with his live stream. And we got you notice we have the French stream beside us. Oh, We have still Joël Bondu with 89 points. Joël Bondu still leading that amazing run of Jack Clark, got him second. Then we have Brock Horneman, Dean Cusen, Kenneth Tensio, and Konstantin Andreev, the top 6 after those 2 heats, 3 riders.
So Joel still holding on to that top position, but here we go. We actually can see Kenneth Tensio still going for that 360 flipping, but we're taking a look. Our next 3 riders are going to be Nick Bruce, Kevin Peraza, and Mike Varga, I believe.
2 US riders and 1 Canadian rider for this third heat with the Peraza family who came to Montpellier. Peraza, like Kenneth Tensio, we met him for the first time in Costa Rica. I don't remember, I think it was 4 years ago. And we were amazing on the dirt, on the park with them. It was amazing. And then a couple of months later, they came to Montpellier. I think AJ was for the first time in Montpellier. AJ Anaya, the Perazas, Kenneth, and some more riders that came for the first time to see a FISE Montpellier. So we got the highlights of this second heat.
There's Kenneth Tensio, a huge backflip off that sub box. Oh, there you see that double truck driver gone wrong. But a big part on that backflip, the difference being that you have that hang time coming down from the sub box into the quarter pipe. There's a look at Jack Clark doing that dark side Smith to bar spin for his best trick. He went fakie. Maybe we'll take a look at that. Jack Clark bar spin back, hot hands, very smooth on that fakie rollout. Going up, foot jam, 2 pogos, 3 pogos, right back in. Look at the double bar spin, super height out of Brock, and there's the backflip.
The best tricks.
And there we go, coming in fakie, no problems at all for Jack Clark. Wow, so we're getting our next 3 riders ready to drop. Our 3 judges, Bart DeJong, Dave Cleworth, aka Hank, and BB are going to be looking at what it takes and what rider is going to be rolling away in our top spot.
First rider, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Bruce. Starting in the sub box with the foot jam.
Actually looks like Kevin Peraza went in. He's getting hungry out here.
Oh, that's Kevin.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Switching up the order on us. So Kevin last year actually finished in 9th place, so no stranger to the podium, or excuse me, to the finals here at FISE. So Kevin, tail whip out of that double tire, pumping around, finding his own quick foot jam. Big shout out to the Premise Park. We know everybody out in Tucson, Arizona is cheering on, always watching the live stream. That's one of Kevin's local skate parks when he's back home. Big height on that 360.
Over the roll-in.
Wow. Threading the needle right there over the roll-in. Kevin's been having such a great time out here. Actually been spending a week at up in Paris with his girlfriend and family.
Talking about his friends watching the stream, he told me 3 years ago, oh, you're a star where I come from. Everybody's watching us. They don't understand French, but they love you. And now for you, ladies and gentlemen, World Wide Web, we have the stream in English at FISE World.
All right, talking about in English, Nick Bruce coming in with a big backflip.
Now we got him.
Nick Bruce from Youngstown, Ohio. Doing it for Torque Clothing, actually representing a brand new frame for Laird. Mike Laird has custom bikes. Nick Bruce just built up a fresh kit and has been riding so huge this year. Had a really good showing at Simple Session. Big flare tail whip. Such a powerful rider. So much confidence, so much control. Also has huge tricks. Threw down one of the first this year, a flare windshield wiper. You could actually check that out on his Instagram. Yeah, oh, spoke too soon. But you can check out Nick on his handle, Nick_Bruce.
I'll just wait for the best trick, maybe.
Yeah, he might actually unleash that. It was a world's first, which is a flare windshield wiper where you're kicking the bike one way back. But I do have to say, Nick has so many big tricks that he's been wanting to unleash and so many goals that he set for himself. I would not be surprised if we see him unleash another beast.
Oh, ooh la 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 la. Is he okay? Yes.
Nick going down hard. I bet you that ramp actually was shaking out there. He's a big dude.
Did Bart mention something about the time for the runs? Or is it just as long as I can take it?
Yeah, it's pretty, you know, again, FISE is all about the riders. Obviously, you want to keep it within 45 seconds to a minute. But, you know, at FISE, it's about the riders having a good time out here, and it's kind of where your energy's at. You want to make the most of it on the ramp.
Yeah.
But shout out to TJ Lavin, who I know is cheering on Nick Bruce, one of his sponsors. So Mike Varga, the Canadian, who's been crushing it this year, ripped it up at Simple Session, came in second place. Big flare bar spin. Last year, Varga went huge last year, threw down a 1260 attempt. Varga has the ability to spin like a madman and also blast huge airs. See him utilizing that back brake. Oh, wow. Listen to the crowd just hyping up the riders. Good showing out of Varga. Boom.
And the sun still hitting in the heads in Montpellier, noontime, well, at 2:30 Montpellier time, sunny France, and thousands of people watching this BMX spine ramp final with 15 of the best riders in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again with the Perazas. Nice. Ooh la la, hang on.
Peraza keeping it together, yes. Downside tail whip. Kicking it double time right there. Peraza, yeah, you hear Catfish talking about Ratitude right there. Shout out to Rob Nolly. I got corrected by doing the first rider, doing a 540 fakie over the spine. Shout out to Emmett BMX down in Florida. 180 tail whip. Washing out a little bit. So Peraza right there. And again, if you're just joining us, it is 2 runs. Both runs count the entire time. But we're going to see Kevin come out for his best trick.
And it's 45 till 5 minutes for the run.
Yeah, as much time you can go as long as you want out there.
As long as you can take it under the sun. Next rider. So Kevin is done. Yeah, now we have Mr. Bruce. Nick Bruce with the second run. Every rider's got 2 runs, and this is the second one for Nick Bruce.
Yeah, there you go. Flare transfer in out of the vert wall. Again, that's what the judges want to see, and then transferring back. It's those little details, especially using the tombstone, utilizing the roller, opposite air, downside whip, really utilizing the ramp. One of the first riders we actually have seen, yes!
Nice.
Carving around and even doing that alley-oop no-handed flare. Double tail whip. Shout out to DJ Mike Rocky here, putting on some dead prez in the background. Foot jam tail whip. 360 over the spine. Bam! Look at the height.
It was an opposite.
Big ups, Nick Bruce, getting that crowd support with good reason. Oh, you're actually hearing Catfish letting know that it's his birthday. If you want to give Nick Bruce a birthday shout out again online, it's at Nick_Bruce.
Happy birthday at FISE. I think that there are worse place in the world to party your birthday than Montpellier.
Can only imagine the celebration he's going to have tonight.
Look at you. Look at this fucking birthday party.
Yeah, when you mentioned party, I mean, I really could not even I couldn't even believe the sheer number of people here that are BMX diehard fans, action sports fans, and really here to party and celebrate. But we've got right now coming in for his second run. This is Mike Varga doing it for Monster, DK, Fox, and Vance. Yeah, Varga. Ooh,
that's
flat
so
spin, 540 bar spin right there. Shout out to his girlfriend Brianna right now. I know is cheering him on as well. Going over, hitting that back peg. Throwing in a couple little extra points here or there. Tail whip, yeah, catching that wheel right wedged up against the wall. Bar spin, ice pick, foot jam. Nice 3-hit combo. Yeah. Pressing the front wheel, coming back, it looked like with a double peg. And that's going to be Varga waving it off. So we are going to our best tricks right now. Again, both riders had 2 runs. Best trick, they're going to get 3 swings out here that the judges are going to count, but in true FISE fashion, we give the riders as many opportunities as they want to make the magic happen.
No, it's only 3. It's only 3. So
tell that to these 3 riders that we've got out here: Mike Varga, Kevin Peraza, or Nick Bruce. Yeah, right.
I just think like was Bart de Jong thinking when he told us, yeah, it's gonna be only 3 tricks. He knows exactly what is going on. He's like me. He's been at 17 FISE. Bart and me, we only missed 2 FISE. 2 out of 19. 17
outrageous parties.
Oh, yes.
Talking about outrageous, Kevin Peraza has such a big bag of tricks. Let's see which direction he pulls in.
Yeah, it's a box for sure. No.
Oh! Wow, Peraza wrapping around the head tube right there. So you're getting into uncharted territory. It's almost like a downside 360, but I'm going to say downside 540 tail whip or decade in the mix. It's kind of this hybrid in between the way Peraza does it. Listen to the crowd. Here we go.
But he's foot jamming the sub box before.
Yeah, the casual.
Yeah.
Look at our crowd building as far as the eye can see.
I love this. That's amazing. I love that the city of Montpellier let us do this mini ramp event in front of this building. That's so amazing. There's no city in the world that will do something like this.
This is unbelievable. The support of the city integrated and the support of the fans right now for Kevin Peraza.
Here we go.
Come on, Kevin.
That's it. Doesn't want to give one more try. This is it. Thank you very much.
Such a crazy trick, too. It's like a hybrid because you're wrapping around the head tube, you're landing fakie, and it's in between that 3, a 540, a 180. It's such a crazy trick right there. But Kevin definitely has those decades on lock as well, so it's in between. And that's the interesting thing about the level of BMX. A lot of times you ask the riders, hey, what were you going for? And they're like, I don't know, I was just spinning, I was rotating around. I wind up seeing what happens.
Yeah, we will see.
I definitely know that Nick Bruce is one of those guys. Catfish and I saw him earlier this year in Estonia at Simple Session, and he did this off-axis 360 backflip, and we said, is that a 3? Is that a flare? Is that a spin? And he just gave I don't know. And you know, when you're doing tricks to that scale, it's like, how do you not know what you're doing? But Nick Bruce is a powerhouse, and we're going to see if he's going to pull a new one out of the bag, or maybe what he previewed earlier this year, which was that flare windshield wiper, which was a world's first.
Okay, we will see. The crowd is getting louder. The crowd is getting louder for Mr. Nick Bruce.
Listen to the energy building out here.
Giving him wings. Oh, do you want me to give you wings? Please. Here we go, Nick Bruce, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go, Nick Bruce, locked and loaded. Oh! That's what we're talking about. Going for that backflip 180, kicking the tail whip one way, and you see him grab it with his foot and kick the bike back. It's such a crazy looking trick. Listen to the crowd erupting. City Hall. Are you kidding me?
So it's one whip the left way, one whip the right way in a flare. Easy.
Yeah. Easy you do.
No, you first. Ladies first, come on.
You know how much height you have to get to even pull a flare tail whip, let alone kicking that frame back? Shout out to all the riders around the world cheering on Nick Bruce right now. We are worldwide, FISE.tv.
You can communicate with us at FISE World or just hashtag FISE World with the best pictures, your best comments. If you hate the Frenchies, just put all what you want at hashtag FISE World right now.
Here we
Nick
go.
Bruce last trick.
Come on, Nick.
It's close. One more. The first thing standing it up before checking if he's okay. It's one more. I want this. I want it.
What a
I want it now.
prize fighter. You see him just out there taking that shoulder check. Nick Bruce is a big dude as well, so coming down hard, you see him just shoulder checking that transition, but he wants it. Nick is a tremendous rider. Again, I mentioned earlier, he's from Youngstown, Ohio, but has really made a name for himself. The first time that I saw Nick Bruce ride was actually at a Dew Tour competition. He was in the Free Flow Tour, came out, absolutely destroyed it. And the next year, or later that year, I should say, he was riding with the pros, and now he's pushing the level of BMX riding, going for this huge flare windshield wiper. Again, that's a tail whip one way, and you're kicking the frame back with your foot the other. Looks so crazy when you wind up dropping down coming in. Come on, Nick, you're getting catfish right now, hyping the crowd up. Look at all the cameras right here. Got BMX Plus on the deck. Got all of our FISE filmers and photographers, all of our media.
I love this liberté, égalité, fraternité in the City Hall, which is the three: liberty, fraternity, and equality. This is so French.
Come on,
Here
Nick.
we go.
Can he do it?
Yes! Pop, 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 pop.
Yes!
Look at the crowd right now getting crazy in Montpellier, ladies and gentlemen, for Nick Bruce.
Big props to you, Nick Bruce. Listen to the crowd going absolutely mental. As far as the eye can see, thousands upon thousands of fans out here, and Nick Bruce shutting it down with that flare tail whip to opposite whip. We're gonna take a look under the hood. Big height, kicking it, and you see him catch with his foot and kick the frame back.
Yes.
So much commitment, landing right down on the pedals. Big props, and as Catfish just mentioned, birthday as well.
Next one.
Wow.
No Daniel Varga?
I don't
No
know.
Mike Varga?
Is Mike Varga going to be sitting this one out?
No best trick for Mike.
I got to say, I was really interested
It
to see Mike
looks-
Varga. Last year he was going for that 1260.
Yeah.
He got so close last year. But Mike Varga, maybe he's still to go. Maybe the other guys got a little anxious. They got psyched up from Nick Bruce and are warming it up. I think right now he might be thinking about it.
It looks like a warm-up for the next heat.
Yeah, it might be Mike Varga, though, saying, you know what?
There's one rider left for the last trick in this group.
Yeah, I think maybe Mike Varga is still yet to go. But regardless, as I mentioned, that 1260, so many riders have gone for it. Matt Hoffman, first rider to ever pull a 900, which is 2.5 rotations. Then you got a couple guys out there on dirt doing a 1080, which is 3 full rotations on dirt. But then Mike Varga last year going for that 1260. There's been talks and rumors of a couple guys who have either came super close or maybe have pulled it, but I've yet to see a rider pull a 1260. And I'm not calling Mike Varga out. He might not even go near it this time, but I'm just giving a little bit of background from last year, which is such a crazy trick, 3.5 rotations on a quarter pipe. But we're going to see Mike Varga might not even drop.
Maybe yes.
Regardless, though, you definitely should get a little bit of credit for last year going for that 1260.
Definitely. But the director told me in the headphone, and we are waiting for Mike Varga. I heard Catfish saying Mike's name, so maybe we have.
Regardless, Mike.
Okay, Mike Varga is out.
Ah.
Sadly.
Well, Mike, big props to you again. I was hoping maybe you were going to step into the ring and throw that haymaker, but regardless, 2 solid runs. And
no best trick contest for Mike Varga. So we're gonna have the next heat. We still have 2 heats to go, and you see this man is gonna be the first one to drop, and it's Mr. Daniel Durst. It's gonna be on this heat Daniel Durst, Pat Casey, and Daniel Sandoval. Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
So we still have 6 riders left to go, broken down into the 2 separate heats, as my partner in crime just stated, and Daniel Dares is an absolute ripper. Last year came in 2nd place, but Daniel, no stranger to the top of the podium, 5 times X Games gold medalist, 4 times Dew Cup champion. Daniel always brings the heat when it comes to the finals.
And he took the FISE World last year. All over champion last year at the first FISE World, and here we go with Durst action.
Yeah, Daniel last year overall, 3,540 points to be precise. And if you're going to talk about precise, Daniel never wasting a wall in his runs. You see the opposite 360 right into a flare, over ice pick, hopping back, going opposite direction with the flare. It's like a video game counter just going up in points for Daniel. Over double peg. Yeah, nice use right there, hitting a little dark side tooth. Daniel's gonna pop on out.
What a perfect run for his first final run. Both run count.
So again, we're taking a look at the standings coming in. Joel still in that top position with an 89.66, followed by Michael Varga. And then it looks like Peraza, number 3, Jack Clark, 4. But right now taking his first run, this is Pat Casey. So Pat Casey qualified.
Flags up.
Pat Casey had 2 huge runs yesterday qualifying. Pat Casey has one of the sickest backyard ramps in BMX. It's actually very similar to this setup. You see the new Ride BMX magazine. He actually has an article, feature, and cover photo where they talk about dreams in BMX backyards. And there you go! Oh! Huge combination right there. 180 tail whip, going in fakie, and then trying to nail that front flip.
And still going. Oh! Flat 5. Double whip. And this is it. First run of Mr. Pat Casey.
So Pat going down right there, but I do have to give it up. That was a huge combination of tricks right there. 180 tail whip. You see he's got that free coaster on his bike. He's able to go backwards without pedaling and setting him up for that front flip.
And now we go to Daniel Sandoval, ladies and gentlemen, the comeback at FISE. Daniel Sandoval with a huge bus driver over the spine.
Look at the height out of Sandoval.
Oh! Ooh la la. What happened?
See Sandoval slip a pedal. Wheel might have actually shifted right there. Looks like there might be a little bit of bike maintenance. Actually, I think he broke out some spokes with his foot. Sandoval doing it for Vans Total BMX Red Bull. Actually on his custom signature bike right there. Unfortunately, it looks like his foot went in that front wheel. We're gonna take a look. So much height, corked out 9 right there. Kind of flat spin in between and foot right in the wheel.
Ouch.
Putting that waffle sole right into that front wheel. Hopefully he didn't jam up any of his toes. Gonna wind up getting that wheel fixed. We're gonna see what transpires. Yeah, you know, sometimes with the front wheel, you can wind up throwing on somebody else's wheel. But again, tire pressure is so specific to riders these days, and also the tires as well. If you have a different compound on there or a different tire tread, it's gonna feel very different on the ramp. So it looks like he's actually gonna use a spoke wrench there. You saw him wind up breaking a few of the spokes out, lacing them up. Doing a quick little, look at that pit stop repair.
Okay, we're gonna go on for the next rider, second run of Mr. Perfect, Daniel Durs.
So you can follow Daniel at Daniel Dares on his Instagram.
Here we go. Venezuela, Caracas represent Daniel Durs at FISE since, yes, he's making movies at FISE every year.
She's making movies, he's also making moves, I gotta tell you. He's such a talented rider. Turns it up when it counts. 360 one-hand X up. Tuck no-hander. Corked out 720. Straight into a no-handed flare. This is what I was talking about. He does not waste one wall. Puts trick, 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 trick. 360 tail whip.
So late, so
popping
perfect.
an opposite flare right there. Bar spin coming back. Throwing down a quick double peg. Another bar spin again. Alley-oop flare. Miguel has not wasted one wall right here. Trick, trick, trick. Machine.
Oh, perfect riding for Daniel Durs in this mini ramp spine. Still got something. That's it.
So there you go. Daniel having a great run right there. Had a little bit of trouble on that rollout, but again, that was out of a solid run. He was actually looking up at the judges, making a smile. So he might have just been done with this run, kind of just, you know.
We're like, see, I did it again.
So we're back in the action. This is Pat Casey.
Nice.
Shout out to Pat's wife, Chase, who's watching along with his newborn baby, Reed Michael. Papa making him proud out here. 180 tail whip fakie. Can he do it?
To front flip, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no! Pat.
Casey, so close. So close. You saw his weight was just to the side a little bit, washed out, but able to get back on.
He's going to do that again.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, here we go. Listen to the crowd. Listen to the crowd, ladies and gentlemen, in Montpellier at the FISE. Here we go.
180 tail whip. Front flip. Ah! Casey doing it for Fox and a monster.
Doing it at FISE, the Festival International des Sports Extrêmes, the biggest action sport event in the world. With 500,000 of people coming watching this craziness.
I can't even believe that. I got to tell you, this is unreal. For all of the fans in America who ride BMX, who have been to contests, wrap your head around that. 500,000 people come to this event. Picture a festival that you've gone to and then multiply that by 2. This is insane, Miguel.
5 days, 100,000 people per day.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing.
And the coolest part, the city embraces the party.
Yeah,
the city is the party.
It's 1 mile of event with wakeboard, rollerblade, skateboard, BMX, and mountain bike.
Integrated into the river with street spots everywhere, bars everywhere, partying everywhere, and fans. So cool.
And a stream in 2 languages, in French and in English. With Daryl now and Miguel Martinez right now in this BMX mini ramp final with Daniel Sandoval, who repaired his front wheel and gonna go for the run.
Sandoval has been ripping it up. The last few years progressed.
Oh, la la!
There you go.
He nailed it now.
Coming back with a vengeance. Downside tail. Sandoval has progressed BMX jumping variations. Front flip in the last few years, and right now he's bringing it all together in his second run here at FISE. Sandoval on fire. Look at the height with the bar spin. Yes, Sandoval. Crushing it right here. Getting tech, quick little foot jam. Making a statement on his second run. Bam, that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen.
How does it work? He spent the last 5 minutes repairing his bike, and then he pulls without stop this amazing run out. Wow.
Well, that's the thing, too, with the contest. Obviously, there's a lot of pressure. If you've never rode in a contest, there is a lot of pressure because you're a perfectionist. Even if you ride for fun, and these are all your friends up there, you want to put a show on. And when you have a mess up like that, it could either get your head in the game or it could throw you out. And that definitely helped Sandoval put his head in the game. Second run, so impressive. One of the best runs we've seen all day.
And do you think that this amazing crowd is giving you pressure or helping you?
I mean, it really depends. It depends on where your head's at. It probably depends if you partied with them the night before. That would be the main
With
thing.
all of them?
Yeah, with all of them.
I got a big hotel room, come to my place, come on.
I mean, it's just a huge party up and down the river. But Sandoval coming back right there. It's got to feel good stomping a clean run like that.
We're so happy he came back to Montpellier. He missed the last 2 years, and we're so happy to have him back here with this amazing riding. Wow. That looks so crazy.
Wow, so again, if you're just joining us, it's 2 runs. Both runs count.
The director told me right now that Kenneth Tensio wants the place of Daniel Ders for the best trick.
They're going to punch each other out right there, huh? That's
I
what we
think
were
it's
talking
Daniel.
about.
It's Daniel. I don't like the best trick. Come on, Kenneth, do it.
Let's see. We're looking right there.
Montpellier, do you want to see that? Montpellier, do you want to see that? World Wide Web watching the stream, do you want to see that?
Wow, so if you just joined us, Kenneth Tensio rode earlier, and he was going for a crazy 360 backflip drop-in off the top of the quarter pipe. Got so close, but right now, Daniel Ders wound up giving him his opportunity, his spot to ride. And as I mentioned, they were riding together at Daniel Ders skate park just a week prior to here. So that's some friendship, also teammates. They're both on the Red Bull team. So let's see if Kenneth Tensio can tap the energy here of this crowd at FISE and make the impossible possible.
They're both from America Latina right now. And Kenneth was the last 20 minutes. Fuck, I want to do that. I have to do that. And he's doing it.
So you see him landing 180 right there. You got to get that pop on the hop. There's also not a lot of run-up right there. I know you're not going fast when you do this trick, but you see him trying to weave and find his line. Popping off that coping, it's just a small metal tube, about 3-inch diameter at the top, gives you a little bit of a pop. Come on, Kenneth. Here we go. The 180 flip is very impressive alone, but you know he's trying to turn it up a few notches here.
Here we go. Look, AJ. Look, all the riders. Look at all the crowd getting crazy. Here we go. Kenneth Tensio.
Here we go. So close, and you saw how much more commitment he had right there.
That's it. This is it. Que penita. Kenneth Tensio from Costa Rica.
Wow.
With his best trick. I really wanted to see that.
We got tweets coming in from all over the world, actually getting notified that in Harry Mania 2, Harry Main actually threw down a flare 180, but Kenneth Tensio turning it up a few notches, going for that 360. Also, again, shout out to Craig Mast, did a 180 backflip off the side of a ramp with the 2x4 as using a little bit of boost. Shout out to all the riders in New York, especially Craig Mast out in Northport, also to Sue and Jerry, who are all watching the live stream. But we still have 2 more riders to go for their best trick. Pat Casey and Daniel Sandoval.
And it's going to be Pat Casey first.
2 riders who have a lot of opportunity, whether to get very tech or also huge jumping styles. These are 2 guys that have pushed the limits of variations of jumping for the last couple of years, but Pat Casey, as mentioned, has a backyard ramp set up very similar to this. We saw him go very tech, 180 tail whip, fakie front flip. He's got that free coaster on his bike that he's been playing around with for the last couple months. And we're gonna see, is he gonna go tech? Is he gonna go for a big jumping variation? Only time will tell.
Here we go again, Pat Casey.
Casey again doing it for Fox and Monster.
What's happening?
Pat Casey, a new homeowner, dream backyard. As mentioned, if you grab yourself a copy of Ride BMX magazine, you see him gracing the cover with the picture-perfect sunset California in the background, blasting one of the coolest backyards. But now Pat Casey's going to drop in, and let's see how he takes his artistic brush to the ramp. Oh, 540 bar spin. Again, as mentioned, Rob Nolly, one of the first riders to ever 540 over a spine. So Pat Casey locked and loaded. You see the crowd just completely focused and engaged right now. Pat Casey getting set up, coming in from the top of the sub box. Here we go. Oh! Are you kidding? So many tricks combined. Casey going for that 540 bar spin, landing fakie. As I mentioned, he has that free coaster, so he's able to coast backwards and then going to pop for a double tail whip out of the quarter pipe right there. So many tricks, so many combinations, so much going on, and Pat Casey trying to make it look oh so simple. So Pat right now catching his breath. And again, we got our three judges, Bart DeJong, Hank and Beatty, who are out here judging to see if Pat Casey can do it. Having a little bit of trouble with that rotation on that 540 bar spin. So Pat Casey stepping up to the plate.
This sun is so hot right now. It has to be so difficult to ride under this sun.
So Pat is going to shrug it off. You can follow Pat at Pat Casey BMX and give him a little bit of props and for a good showing out there, trying to pull it in best trick, but still two good runs.
And still Mr. Daniel Sandoval in the house.
So Sandoval right now, I think, is actually coming out for best trick. I think he's taking another run right here.
Yeah, maybe he's doing the first run again.
The judges might have actually given him an okay, saying, you know what, you had that little bit of problem. We're going to give you a mulligan.
This is FISE, that's how we do it. I think this is it.
It might even have been Daniel just saying, you know what, I want to do that for myself out there. I wanted to do what I wanted in the first run. I'm not sure if the judges are going to count that or not.
He broke his bike, so maybe, I think they're going to count it. Normally that's how it runs here. I hope they're gonna take it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you come out here, you fly halfway around the world, the best party, one of the best ramp setups, and it's always a shame when you have a bike problem right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Or you go down on your first trick.
So are we gonna have a last trick a best trick of Daniel Sandoval?
I don't know. Time will tell, because that might have been.
We will see.
So right now we're taking a look at the standings. Wow. Joel still hanging on to that top spot. Mike Varga, Daniel Dares, Kevin Peraza, Jack Clark, and Barack. And we got Pat Casey, Daniel Sandoval, Nick Bruce, the airlines himself, Mr. Dean, Kenneth Tencio, and then our last rider. So right now we're taking a look at some highlights. Again, we talked about Daniel Dares, so consistent on every wall. That's one of his signatures and staples. Pat Casey, so beautiful on that 360. There's a 180 version. The front flip, boom. Sandoval, that's where he had trouble.
Ouch.
Putting that Vans right into the fork. 360 one hand X up. Look at the height on the 360 downside tail whip, popping it so clean out of Sandoval. regardless if the judges count that second run or not, we will find out, but regardless, it's got to be a good feeling to come back and wind up throwing down what you want to do in your first run, just for the fans out there. And again, it's yet to see if the judges are going to count it. So now we're getting to the nitty-gritty. We got 3 more riders to go. These were our top 3 qualifiers from yesterday. We have Logan Martin, Mark Webb, and Alex Colborn, who are yet to ride. And we should mention that Alex Colborn is your defending returning champion, and Logan Martin came in 3rd place last year, which is not too shabby at all.
No, it's okay. Okay. Logan Martin, Mark Webb, Alex Colborn, the 3 last rider qualified, the 3 best places in the qualification. We're gonna start with Logan Martin, then we're gonna have Monsieur Mark Webb for president and Alex Colborn. This is gonna be crazy, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go.
Logan bomb dropping in, things going big, tail up to Barchman. Look at the height. Are you kidding me? That was a great combination on those 2 walls.
Oh, la, 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 la.
Logan going down. You saw he hung up just a little bit. The Australian actually came in 3rd at our FISE World Series last year for year end. What?
Oh.
Yes, turning it up with a triple tail whip. 3 times around, so much going on. Good to see Logan returning back after that crash. I spoke too soon. Wound up washing out a little bit right there. But Logan still had some tremendously big tricks. That triple tail whip was insane, and he wants some more! Big backflip drop in, coming off a crash like that. Logan,
oh
yes!
My God.
Look at the height. Love seeing the way he stomped down on the pedals. Logan is on fire right now, even though he had a couple crashes. Big return right there. Big props to Logan Martin.
He doesn't even look happy.
I think he's probably exhausted. That was one of the longer runs with 2 crashes. Not to mention he went down hard over the spine.
So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mark Webb for president. Mark Webb is gonna drop right now. He's the preferred rider of every single body in Montpellier. Since here is more than 10 years of Mark Webb here in Montpellier, and everybody loves him. He's a superstar. He came out of a massive injury, and now he's riding 2nd place after qualification. Mark Webb!
The Webby show starts now. Big no-hander. Look at that pumping over the roller, setting up. Nice, transferring over the whole spine with the no-handed 360. Good use of the course. Can air. Webb, no foot can. First rider we saw throw one of those down in the finals. Big Superman over that spine. Yeah, 540, look down. Getting tech right there, 3-hit combo. Lucky tooth, bar spin, 540 tail tap, ice pick, tail tap, bar spin! Yeah, Webb. 5 bar spin, downside whip. Going the other way. Getting so tech out here. The judges are definitely going to favor high on that. Flip faking.
What a run! What a run for Mark Webb! Yes, and look, everybody loves this guy here in Montpellier. Mark Webb, that's amazing.
All of you at home can show the love at The Webby Show on Instagram to follow Mark Webb's life and give him a little bit of love.
Like Ben Hannon, big up to Ben Hannon, who said today in Instagram, Mark, win this or don't come back. Or don't come home. Here we go, number 1 qualifier, Alex Colborn in the house. Ladies and gentlemen.
Colborn, bar spin, foot jam. Yeah, looked like he ET'd, full crank coming down. Double bar spin 360, right into a double tail whip. Bar spin 360, X up. Colborn is on fire right now. Opposite 360. Flare tail whip. Miguel, he is on fire. Taking some of that pressure that he had from qualifying first and some of that heat and bringing it to the finals.
Which heat?
The scorcher. This is a habanero pepper right here.
Boom!
Yes. 9. Colborn crushing it. Tail whip, foot jam.
La 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 la. Missing the pedal and still going for it.
540 bar spin with a foot jam, over 270 ice pick, tail whip foot jam. And that is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Colborn doing it for Total BMX Monster Custom Riders and BMX fans all around the world.
Okay, this was the last heat first run, ladies and gentlemen, with Logan Martin, Mark Webb, and Alex Colborn. What a level.
3 heavy hitters looking to get in the ring for their second run. It all comes down to this. Both runs count. Logan Martin is so focused right now in that zone.
The winner of Park last year, which is going to be tomorrow, final Park. And now we got it in the spine ramp. Oh, beauty.
Big off-axis flip. Look at that. Tail whip, bar spin. Going the other way. Bar spin to tail whip. Downside whip. Logan Martin, such height. Talk about height on that flare bar spin. In the zone, double tail whip. Logan pumping that roller.
Oh!
Triple tail whip.
Flying out of the ramp with a triple whip.
Even though he slipped a pedal, able to keep it going, enough for that double truck driver, opposite flare. Logan is in the zone.
Logan is the zone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big flare tail whip. Boom.
Here we got it, big up.
And that is how you do it.
Big up to Logan Martin for the second run at this BMX mini ramp pro final of the 19th FISE of Montpellier, southern France. And now we're gonna go back to Le Chouchou de tout le monde, to Mark Webb. Hashtag Mark Webb for president. We want to see your campaigns. We want to see your campaigns. We want to see Mark Webb getting president of France or mayor of Montpellier or whatever.
Mark doing it for Total BMX Vans and also downside drifters. You actually see him rocking his Van shoes right there. Those were the ones that were stolen the other day, and getting them back.
He's so cool. He's so cool. Can you imagine this?
Getting the chant going from the crowd out here. Always the favorite.
Allez, Marc!
Ooh. Big double truck right into a downside tail whip.
Boom!
Webb crushing it right now. Opposite air. Alley-oop no-hander. Yeah, look at the height on that flare. Off-axis flip right there. Flip fakie. Webb sticking it.
We still did that front flip. Yes! He did it!
The crowd is going crazy right now for Mark Webb.
For president.
Ice pick. Popping on out. Great run for Mark Webb. Getting the crowd hyped up.
I love this.
Getting a well-deserved hug from Catfish right there. Great run for Mark Webb. Wow. So Mark Webb taking his second run. That means we have one rider yet to ride. Looking to take his second run. The first place qualifier, our returning champ from last year, Alex Colborn, yet to ride.
Last man standing, Alex Colborn, ready to go. And this is it.
Alex Colborn starting things out with that truck driver. Bar spin to ice pick on the sub. Big 360 double tail whip over the spine. Coming in, bar spin foot jam. Downside 360 tail whip. Colborn opposite 360. So smooth out there. Such a tremendous rider. Has huge tricks. Landing a little flat, but able to recover. Toothpick to bar spin. Very technical.
On the extension.
Ooh. Not
Come on, Alex.
able to get it around, but he still has some time if he wants it.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
All right, he does. Back on that gas.
Total BMX in the house. Mark and Alex.
Double bar spin. Height on that tail whip.
Ah, la, 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 la.
Yeah, kicking it downside down whip flare. Has the ability to go both ways with ease. Tail whip foot jam. And gonna pop on
This
out.
is it.
Big ups to Mr. Colborn.
Big ups to all the riders. This was the BMX final. This amazing area mini ramp BMX final pro at FISE, the 19th Festival International des Sports Extrêmes, which means International Extreme Sport Festival in southern France, in Europe, with people watching us from all around the world. And now we're gonna have the best trick contest. The last 3 riders standing: Logan Martin, Mark Webb, and Alex Colborn.
Right now, every rider's eyeballs around the world are glued to their screen because this is best trick. And up next is Logan Martin.
Australia represent Brisbane. Logan was with us on the studio this morning. We had a nice chat with him. And now, his last trick. Here we go.
Oh! 3 double downside tail whip. Logan Martin.
That's it. Okay, easy. What? I did it.
Making it look so easy out there. 360 double downside tail whip, so cool. It's a nice feeling, one and done, getting it out of there, right?
Finish. I still have to win the park, and then it is. And now all eyes on the next president.
See, now Mark Webb, again, another tremendous rider with a ton of unique tricks. He could go tech, he could go big, could do the impossible. We could see a first.
Ah oui, oui, c'est le Mark Webb maintenant, mesdames et messieurs.
So Mark Webb starting out on the deck. We might see a lip trick dropping in.
Coming out of 2 years of injuries.
Ooh.
360 whip foot jam to bar spin, the French MC calling it in the French stream.
Let's see. Oh! I believe you might be right. He's trying to get in that position where you got to get your weight back.
He's not done with that. He's not done with that.
Here we go.
Ah! This is the Mark Webb show. This could take half hour now. If Mark Webb needs a half hour to land this trick, if he wants to do that, we will keep on for half hour of Mark Webb show.
I think
that's the Webby show right now.
The fans would allow 2 hours, 2 days, right till the sun goes down for Mark Webb.
This is at the Webby show.
I had a chance to hang with Mark and see him walk around, and the fans here go crazy for Mark, and with good reason.
Allez, Mark!
Come on, Mark. Oh. So he's whipping the bike around, sticking his foot right in there. He's got to get that rotation spin, but then has to be able to pop with his weight back far enough to clear his knees from the handlebars in order to get that rotation around.
So the French stream MC Mathias Augry said it's gonna be opposite whip out. No, opposite down. Qu'est-ce que t'as dit? Opposite quoi?
I'm not calling anything until we see it, because this is crazy.
Opposite down whip out.
Let's see if that's where he's going.
We will see.
I'm not calling anyone out. Come on, Mark Webb. Oh! Wow. And our French MC was right there. So it looks like Mark Webb going for a 540 foot jam tail whip to downside opposite whip. You have to be kidding me. That is a mouthful.
You have to be perv to try that.
Here we go. Oof.
Take care of the knees, Mark.
Everyone's got their camera out. Make sure you throw that hashtag FISE to get your footage. Listen to the crowd cheering on. All the cameras are out. People
are
glued.
Game. It's like a football game, a soccer game. It's amazing.
There's no other event in the world like FISE. Mark Webb looking to turn it up. Best trick here at our Spine Finals. Mark Webb looking to push his level of riding, going up.
Oh! La 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 la.
So close. You got to get your weight right over that bar when you get the pop coming into the ramp. Such a hard trick. I mean, obviously you're doing 10 things at once, but you see he's got to get his weight over the handlebars, and I'm not telling him what to do, because I mean, let's be honest, not many other riders in the world can even get as far as he's getting right now.
Mark, don't listen to Daniel. Don't listen to him.
For all of our viewers at home, the crowd is going insane here. As far as the eye can see, cheering on one of the crowd favorites every year. You see Catfish hyping up Mark Webb, looking to do the impossible, one of the most tech lick tricks of all time.
White Stripes getting royalties. Webby!
So close.
Come on, Webby.
So close.
This is it? Seriously? Oh, back on track?
Back
that was
on
fast.
it, yeah.
That was fast.
All right, Mark Webb looking to make the impossible possible here at FISE. So much is going on, so much with the frame wrapping around. You need that precision to stick your foot right in that wheel and then change directions of your frame as well. Such an unbelievably talented rider and unbelievably hard trick.
I told you we're going to be here for half hour. Trust me.
Mark can take his time.
Trust me. Trust me, we're going to be here for a half hour. This is the FISE, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs. Le FISE, the Festival International des Sports Extrêmes in Montpellier. Hashtag FISE World, the biggest action sport event in the world, with the last trick of the superhero Mark Webb.
All right, Mark Webb coming in.
Do it again, do that again. So remember famous words of Bart de Jong. It's only 3 tries.
Oof.
Famous last words. Come on, Mark. He needs some energy. He needs some cheers from the crowd. This is it. This is it. Come on, Mark. There's best trick.
Dare's getting called out on his best trick right there.
French for Dare's is Canetensio. How you say Dare's best trick in French? You say Canetensio.
So Daniel Dare's actually waved off his best trick for Canetensio, but let's see, maybe the fans will wind up inspiring him.
It was a spontaneous analog analog tweet. A spontaneous analog tweet like, give me a marker. And Daniel, do your best trick now.
So Mark Webb riding off the ramp. That means we've got one more rider to throw down. Best trick, top qualifier, Alex Colborn. Alex doing it for Total BMX Monster Custom Riders. Alex has such a fan base. You can follow him at Alex Colborn.
Here we go.
The bearded beast coming in. Oh.
Last rider standing in top of this beautiful Spire mini ramp, Mr. Alex Colborn from the UK, with the last trick, with the best trick. Oh, I love this slow spin.
So last year, Alex Colborn did bar spin to Canadian foot jam to tail whip in. I don't know if he's going to look to up the ante. I didn't even know it would be possible, but you see him getting that rotation right there. So I don't know if he's going to try to drift in and keep that spin going, but the fact that he can consistently get bar spin to Canadian foot jam, and it's called that because you're balancing on the coping, is unbelievable. Oof. I mean, that trick alone is very impressive. Bar spin,
yes.
Canadian. Oh, yeah, Coburn.
He did it.
Crushing it right there. Bar spin, Canadian foot jam, 180 bar spin coming down. Big props to Coburn, getting a hug right there from Mark Webb. Maybe Webby's actually getting back on the ramp.
Is. I told you, half hour. Don't you trust me? There it is.
I know that we might be here till the sun's setting down. The party doesn't stop until Mark says so.
Mark Webb show. This is the Webby show in the house.
So let's see, Mark Webb.
9.
Casual 900. Hey, let me just throw 2 circles and a half. Flare, bar spin. Mark Webb just putting on a demo out here.
That's what they want to see. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. It's Alex Coburn once again. Alex Coburn takes the competition with 2 more points. Alex Coburn first, second Logan Martin, third Mark Webb, followed by an amazing Joel Bondu, Mike Varga, and I could not see. That's amazing. Alex Coburn, Mark Webb, Joel Bondu, Mike Varga, Daniel Durs came 6th. Then we have Kevin Peraza, Jack Clark, Brock Horman, Pat Casey, Daniel Sandoval, Nick Bruce, Dean Cusen, Kenneth Tencio, and Kostya Andreev, top 15 mini ramp spine at the FISE in Montpellier. And now that's a private party for Mark Webb in a spine mini ramp.
Wow,
Yes.
Miguel. So the big story right here, Alex Coburn crushing it. Taking a look at the crowd right there, just as far as the eye can see, BMX fans totally in the house. Right now we actually have Alex Coburn. We're taking a look at him back out on the ramp. Riders just having a good time, keeping the party going.
Wow.
Unbelievable right now. Look at the energy. The contest is done. The crowd is still here. Everyone is psyched, completely engaged. That's what FISE is about. Everyone is here, part of a community. Just an unbelievable experience at FISE. If you're not here, get your tickets for next year, because right now we actually just witnessed one of the best contests.
Amazing. Here we're back again, ladies and gentlemen. So this was your first final out of FISE.
Unbelievable. The big story, not only the big crowd, not only the big energy, but Alex Coburn coming back again in 2015, throwing down huge tricks, big variations, and then in her best trick, he topped it one more time. Bar spin, Canadian foot jam, 180 bar spin back in.
He may double it. He may take the best trick also. Probably.
We'll see, right?
We will see. So, did you enjoy it?
Are you kidding me? How could you not? The question is, did all our fans around the world enjoy it? Because this is one heck of a party, and if you're not here this year, make sure you start planning for our 20th anniversary edition next year. If you are an action sports fan, if you are a BMX rider, and you are not here, you are blowing it. Absolutely blowing it.
We got on screen the best images right now of this BMX final. We're gonna come back with rollerblade qualification, with rollerblade final on the live stream. And for all the BMX fans, make sure to be on your screens tomorrow afternoon French time for the BMX Park final. I can't tell you which time it's gonna be. Look it in the web, FISE.fr. All the information's at FISE.fr. It was a pleasure to do this with you. An amazing competition. We hope you enjoyed. Famous last words.
Mr. Miguel Martinez, it's an absolute pleasure to be here, not only with you, but the entire FISE staff, seeing one of the coolest BMX contests and having an opportunity to experience it in the world. Big ups to all of our 15 riders today for throwing down huge. Big ups to all of our fans, and also to all the fans around the world for checking out that feed. Again, make sure that you check out tomorrow. We got our BMX Pro Flat coming at 1 p.m. So for everyone in the United States, it's 6 hours behind New York time, 3 hours beyond that in
We
California.
We are no no tone, no audio. Thank you. Yes.
From the UK, est-ce qu'on peut avoir un maximum de bruit pour Mark Webb? Troisième place encore une fois pour Mark Webb, s'il vous plaît. Deuxième place, second place. Un maximum de bruit pour Logan Martin. Yes, Logan. There you go. Encore une fois, j'ai un entendu pour Logan, s'il vous plaît. And the winner, le gagnant de ce FISE 2015 Mini Pro BMX, un maximum de bordel pour Alex Coleboy. Number one, first place. Yes, on peut avoir du bruit s'il vous plaît pour ce podium de fou. Yes. And for the best trick, pour le best trick.
You guys want to be in the best Instagram picture ever? France! That's not good. France, make some fucking noise! Any chance?
All right, Zach, we got one more to announce, which is the best trick. Best trick prize.
Best trick, who is going on with best trick?
Le best trick. Le grand gagnant du best trick. Est-ce qu'on peut faire?
I'm here with the big winner of today's Spine Ramp event. How does it feel to be on top of the podium with a final like this?
It's insane. Like last year, I came back from a big injury and I won, and I didn't expect it, and I was so happy. And then to have it again this year is it's insane. It's so good.
Well, congratulations. We're super stoked for you, and we hope to see you on the podium on Park as well.
Cool. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.